slept like crap. The wind was like coming and going and getting pretty rough. Yeah, so I got to the spot where I wanted to camp. Pretty cool looking in the dark, as far as I could tell. I grabbed my Seanock ladder and I went over to a creek and fetched a full thing of water. Then I came back and set up the shelter, filtered and boiled some water. Or throughout the night, the wind just kept coming. I kept readjusting my shelter, not because it was coming undone, but just because it would be flapping so hard and just hard to sleep. So I reconfigured it a couple of times. I guess that's that. I didn't really sleep that well. I busted out my new mat. It's awesome. Definitely warm. It's got a R value of like 8.5, I think. It made a big difference because just sleeping on this, I could still feel the lumps in the ground. I could have slept. It wasn't really that bad, but this really made more like a mattress. And the warmth, I could just feel my body heat just getting added to this or whatever it's doing. It's definitely warmer than this forester's quilt that I got. And yeah, my feet were wet because it was raining and the bushes and stuff, and my feet were cold all night. And I kept on thinking, like, I gotta do something about my cold feet, but it was just never cold enough to really do anything about it. So I did it, and they just stayed cold. Now I think I'm gonna maybe make some camp mocha and think about packing up and heading out, or maybe I'll think about making a fire. It's probably too much wind for that. That's what I'll do. There, baby. Nice. Hot cocoa, instant coffee. Don't remember if that's 1 serving or 2. I guess I'll find out. This is an old Brunton. They used to make a bunch of products, but I think they just stopped making everything else and they only make compasses now, and they make good compasses. But my buddy Bullfrog got this very one, I believe, years and years ago. It's the only one he's ever had. He always uses it. It always pulls out good. I've gone through lots of them. I still have a bunch, but some of them have broken. Some of them stopped working. But his Brunton has lasted him 20 years of being the only one he's ever used, and he uses it every time. I found somebody selling their whole Brunton kit. I'm gonna say it was $20 for the whole kit, and he threw in the canister. So it was the 2 cups, and I don't know if they're titanium, but they're not mere aluminum. If they're aluminum, they're some special kind of aluminum. They're super light. They don't sound like titanium, but they don't act like aluminum either. So it might be aluminum, but it's a special kind if it is. From Brunton, a Coleman stove, the Brunton stove, and it's 2 cups and a lid and the stove. And this is really all I wanted. I got all that as a bonus, and even $20 for that's awesome. I think Bullfrog paid like maybe 50 maybe when he got his new, and it probably looks pretty much exactly like that condition there. I don't know how old this one is, but it works exactly like I would expect it to work, and never gonna fail. It is a little bit heavier than a lot of them. It's about as large or small as a lot of them, but it's awesome. I'm sure it's gonna last forever, and now I have some Brunton gear, which I like that name brand a lot. I did have one of their compasses. It was a really good compass. I liked it a lot. I think what happened was I climbed up to a alpine lake up close to a mountain peak, off trail, basically straight up like towards the peak, because I knew if I got to the peak I could look down and see the lake. and I was just really fit and kicking butt, and I kind of ran, scrambled, and fell. And I think a sudden change of altitude, air pressure, made a bubble in it, including I took some hard falls. So the back of the compass, the compartment has the liquid in it. So not when you look at it, like when you look at it, you can see that you can end up seeing the bubble in it. But when I took it apart, the back of that had the crack. So I had it in my shoulder. I fell a bunch of times, and some of them were really hard. And I think I fell on it. And I think that maybe like squeezing it with the pressure out, and so that broke that compass. And what I ended up doing was drilled a little hole right where the crack was on the back, and I squeezed out all that oil, that clear liquid that's in there. It still worked fine, but I had to hold it level now. Battery bank that I drained, I filled it up at home, charged my phone once, it was almost empty, and I charged my headlamp that was empty, and now it is empty. No, it's almost empty. Tourniquet, little plastic cap that helps prevent rust and bad seals, and my Brunton. The lid. All this goes in this. I was camping with Bullfrog out in Montana, and we were looking for a spot to sleep for the night on our drive, from one part of Montana to the other. And we came to this spot. I don't know if it was a reservoir or a lake or something, but there was a cliff on one side. It's pretty cool. I mean, if you grew up and that's available to you, it's hard to imagine you don't have a lot of good memories at the top of that cliff with a lot of your buddies. But I found a pouch exactly like this. It was a Brunton, and I used that for a long time until it just got so many holes and stuff just from use and abuse. Okay, but cook set. Nice. It's pretty over there. Yeah, this is my dirty bladder. Why isn't the threads catching? There, nope. Huh. Oh, just mildly retarded. Roll these up. Put them in yaw. Attach this lamp. This is the only light that I had. The only light source I had was this. It's pretty dim. And I didn't bring a flashlight, and my headlamp was dead. Charged my phone first using this to set camp up. When my phone was fully charged, it took a while. Camp was already set up. I was already in bed. Didn't need a light for anything. I plugged in my headlamp and unplugged it in the morning. That's the light source. I was holding it in my teeth as I was doing stuff. My trash. The trash is gonna go in last so I can access it last. Oh, there's my spoon. A lot of times when you're putting your sleeping mat away, if it's an inflatable one, your first time rolling it up is really just to get all the air out so you can do it right the next time. It's really cumbersome to try to do it right and get the air out in the same try, but I gave it a fair try. It looks a little bigger than it was. Just going to compare it to the pouch, and I would say it's barely going to fit in right. So I'm just going to do it a little better. This looks a lot more square already. Yeah, this is already much thinner than that previous try, and it's not maximizing how much space it's taking up in the pouch. Still getting some more air out of it. Okay, so then is. All right, and I put the pump inside it, the strap around it. It's fitting in the pouch. Super easy. There's room to get my thumb in there and adjust it around, as you can tell. And could have been a little better, but that's actually pretty good. So that's gonna go into that pocket. And where is my I was gonna say I set up in the dark and I just kind of threw my mat down without being able to see exactly what I was putting in. And then afterward I was like, man, I didn't know if I could put it right on a cow pie or something. I brought 6 of these big burley steaks. They were great for sure, but I think bringing some of the smaller titanium ones would be also beneficial. I could probably trade 2 of these out for 4 or 6 of the titanium ones and actually be better off than just having these. Silk Tarp 3 from Rab. I think when I was first introduced to this, it was made by a different brand, and then they stopped making it for, I don't know, stopped making it, and then this brand Rab picked it up, and I think it's pretty much identical. They might do something different, I don't know what. It's a lot smaller, so I wouldn't be carrying as much unnecessary stuff. Picking up a zip tie that somebody left around here. So here's the scene. Here's a couple of the boulders. I was thinking I was going to camp right here, but in the dark I could tell it wasn't going to be really flat and comfortable. That's kind of flat enough, not really protected from the wind. That's kind of flat enough. Yeah, if it was in the daylight I would have maybe picked this spot right here. There's a cattle trail going up that hill into those trees. Well, would you look at that? I hiked through those woods, down the hill the other side, got wet in the water, fetched it to come back out, and that's where I camped over there. I could have just come right here. The Bones Be Fall 50 men. Yeah. Big cow. Oh, it's a ear tag. I'm kind of thinking if the farmer needs to find these to keep track of who's missing, but if it's that one, it's obviously been gone for a while. This has been out here for a while. I'm kind of going to assume it's trash. Yeah, the fall was the right time to come. Probably next weekend or 2 would be even better colors out here. Well, it looks like the route I took was the easy one. I got off the tracks when it got hard and got back on it as it got easier. So I'm on my last mile here. I sent my come get me message to my trail angel wife, and she has not gotten back to me with when she'll get here, but I'll surely be there before she is. I'll have some time to explore if I want. Yeah, it's been different types of this. I've seen some cool animals, a bunch of skeletons. There's no waterfalls in this trip. Some good water sources. Cool in the forest meadows. I see like something ahead. It's like get to a straight stretch on the tracks and I can see it. Yeah, it's been a good journey. I'd do it again. So I'm walking along, I see an apple. There's a wild apple tree right here. It's probably the ripest one if it's fallen off. It looks recent. Oh yeah. That's so good. Mm-hmm. It's like a great mix between like a Golden Delicious texture and like a sweeter Granny Smith flavor. That's so good. Mm. Mmm. Mmm. That's really good. That's all I can fit. That's all I can fit in my one hand. Yeah, these are some good, delicious apples. Score. Way down there in that pasture, there's a bull elk. And he's probably the one I heard screaming all night last night. Well, until super dark, maybe. Can't tell how many points on his rack, but he's a healthy fella. That was me. Wrong way, bud. There's something on the tracks down there. Is it people? Oh, it's lifted up its head. It's an animal. It's walking away from me now. Looks like either it's like a dog like mine or a llama, maybe. Maybe it's a piebald deer. It's gotta be a goat. A goat or two goats, maybe. Was there. Looked right at me, like startled to see somebody coming, and then I stopped to get my phone ready, and it just went back to eating. So from this distance, I'm probably 100 feet away right now from it. It seems to be either one or two goats. I think it's two goats. Two goats. I wonder if they've been walking the tracks ahead of me and they're just like some wandering railroad track goats. It looks like each of them has one horn. Oh, it's a unicorn is what it is. They're both unicorns. Yep. That's why they're so mythical. I don't really have anything to feed you guys. One horn curls forward. That's kind of cool. Some water? No? Getting all the water from the plants you eat. Yeah, that horn is dirt, you know. Hey, back off, buddy. Back off, buddy. Hey, back off. I don't like you lowering your head like that, especially with your horn. Okay, I need to put this phone away. I need to put this phone down and pay more attention to my agility. Hey, stop following me. I don't like you putting your head down with your horn there, bud. Yeah, see that lowering the head like that I don't really like. Go! 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 Stop following me. This one with the forward horn, that's pretty dangerous. That horn oriented like that unicorn horn. Her ramming me is a big risk. Alright, we're just gonna go for a walk. That one with the hook, she could probably push me down. I don't know that would be as dangerous as getting gored by the unicorn horn. Hey, stop sneaking up on me. Yeah, I only have to offer some water. I don't think they can drink from the... Here. That's all I have to offer for you. This brown one's got kind of a lot of milk. Yeah, you are sniffing my hand there. Yeah, so this one approaching doesn't lower her head. She keeps her face up to see what she's wanting. And that one approached lowering her head, putting her horn first. So this one I think is maybe a little nicer. Hey. Yeah, I don't really have any food for her, so don't eat. I don't want to rub her head because that triggers the pushing. Yeah, see, there's no spot where the horn would have come out of, just like a cowlick with nothing there. Well, 4 horses and 2 unicorns. That's cool. Oh, that tree's got thorns on it. Oh, and they're eating the berries off of it. Oh, I have apples. That's right. I don't like you looking at me with your frog eye there, unicorn. I don't know what their flicking tail means, but maybe that means my opportunity to get out of here. Well, I was curious. I found out. Battery getting low. Alright, I gotta stop recording because I need to save some battery for communicating with my trail angel wife and maybe send an SOS if I get attacked by these unicorns. Yeah, I'm not worried at all about the white one, but that brown one, she lowers her horn when she gets close. So I don't know what that means, but I'm thinking that means taste my horn, not my kindness. This is peculiar. I've turned around. He followed me. I kind of realized I don't know if I want to be waiting by the road for an hour with some goats climbing on me, so I figured I would come back towards the tracks because that's kind of what they do, I guess. And I kind of hang out by the tracks. It's only like 100 yards maybe from a pickup point. I'll be able to see her when she comes. And I guess just gonna have some company until she gets here. So I think I'm just gonna lay on the ground over here and be doffing my pack and just hang out for an hour, petting some goats or having them climb on me, or trying to fight them off if the brown one wants to get a little tussy. I might have to like test how hard I can kick or something. I don't know. The white one's friendly for sure. I might be a little over fearful of the brown one, but I don't know. Alright, I'm just going to hang out right here. So she's over there bathing herself with a clump of grass and she's smearing the dirt from the root water on her back. That's kind of neat. She's used a tool to give herself a dust bath. Yeah, so bringing them back to the tracks here, they stopped, I just stopped moving right here by the tracks, and they kind of were eating around the fence here, and then, I don't know if the wind spooked them or whatever, but the brown one ran kind of toward me. I don't know if it was for safety or just because that was the direction she wanted to go. But then she got close to me and stopped being scared and sniffed my knee, sniffed my hand, tried to bite my boot. And then I just stood around not moving, and they kind of went back to grazing beside the tracks again.